Welcome back. This is the Applied Industrial Hygiene Sars CoV-2 informational series. Today's series is on face masks. My name is Mark Applegate. I'm the Senior Certified Industrial Hygienist for Salute Incorporated, providing health, safety, and industrial hygiene to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. government. Good afternoon. Today's series is on respirator masks as protection from the SARS-CoV-2 virus. As I mentioned before in previous series, there are three types of respirators, three types of protection from viruses. There's face masks, respirator masks, and elastomeric masks. The face mask we talked about before is just can be as simple as just a surgical mask like this, or even just other cloth being used. Those are kind of typical face masks. A respirator mask has a higher level of protection, basically because it fits better, it's designed better, and it's been certified by certification agencies. This is what they call an N95 respirator mask. Okay, there are different types. This particular one has an exhalation valve on the front here, and it shows here that it's been certified by NIOSH. This one was made in the United States and certified by a United States National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health. Okay, so donning and doffing these is important. As you notice here, they have straps along the top and along the bottom, which is different than the straps for the face mask, which went around the ears. So this has less protection, less security to your face, easier to put on, easier to wear, more comfortable. It doesn't really work quite as well. So these masks here have extra straps, tighter and held to your face a lot better. Now typically to don this, you put the two straps together with your fingers, you put it under your chin like this, and you run both straps over your head, the lower strap behind your neck and the upper strap on the top of your head. So behind the neck, top of the head. That'll provide the seal around the mouth and up over the nose. Now this has a very strong aluminum support here that's going to form around your nasal passage, and you squeeze that, or you push that together fairly tightly so that it forms a strong seal now around your nose to your cheeks. This is a main difference between this and a face mask, besides the tighter fit to your face with this elastic. This is a much stronger and more durable fit here. Like I said, this has the exhalation valve. So as you blow air out, it exits, and then you filter in fresh air. That goes a long way from those that don't have this valve, where you actually are re-inhaling some of your air that stays inside your mask. But this mask now is fitting a lot tighter and is more effective to use. The type that don't have this is just has the same type of protection. This particular mask, you're exhaling your breath and particles can come out. So this protects the user, but should not be used in an area where you have at high risk individuals of catching the COVID-19. Now to take this mask off, you hook under the bottom straps, pull it up, and grab the top straps as you go, and leave it on your chin and down, holding the straps. Keep in mind, the outside of this can have contamination from what was in the air that you were breathing. The inside can have contamination from whatever you're exhaling. This can be reused multiple times, and often it is. It can be decontaminated or sanitized by using ethanol, ethyl alcohol. In this case, there's a spray. You can find some of these. I got these at a conference but you could spray the outside with this and spray the inside. Now let that dry, and that should sanitize it for reuse. You need to take care to hang on to the case for this. There's a plastic case that fits it just right, and this will fit down inside. The plastic case does not seal, so if you're going to reuse it, don't seal it. Don't put it inside of a Ziploc bag, because if there's any liquid left over or any of the virus, it will actually live longer with that liquid. So if you let it dry out, it should last longer. Like I said, spraying with the alcohol, or spraying inside and outside with the alcohol. But this is easily reused, and it's much more durable than the face mask, the previous face mask. Now, there are other face masks out there. This one is an N95. There's also N100s, there's P100s. This particular one does not have a lot of, this is not resistant to liquid. If it's green on the outside or blue, it's resistant to liquid, and oftentimes that has a disinfectant built into that. So that helps kill any bacteria or viruses that might be placed on the outside. So to dispose of this, you would go ahead then and put it inside of a plastic bag like a Ziploc and throw it away in the garbage. There are types out there of this particular one's called the KN95. This was made in China, and there are issues with many of these that were defective and did not meet the specifications of filtering 95% down to 0.3 microns. The N95 filters 95% to 0.3 microns, but also it's capable of filtering smaller particles. So this is typically, the N95 is typically designed for use in construction and in industry, but it is effective for use against viruses and bacteria. This particular one fits differently. Like I said, this one was made in China, so they have the KN95. That's how you can tell it's made in China. They had issues with quality control on these. Also, the testing wasn't adequate. Many of these were sent back by other nations and other countries because of the lack of quality control. But in the absence of these N95 type masks, these are acceptable to use and will provide a level of protection greater than not having a respirator. Now, these have the earpieces. So again, you would put your chin in first, put it around your ears, okay, and make sure it fits all around, and then center it on your face. This doesn't fit well, but pinch the insides here. So again, pinch the nose. This does have a stronger aluminum than the face mask. It's harder to breathe in, but this has a very different feel to it. To take this mask off, you would start at the top with your thumbs, pull it back behind your ears, and pull it off with your hands. Again, this can be reused, but it can be disinfected, but never use someone else's mask because they might have the virus inside the mask. This particular mask does not repel liquids, it absorbs liquids, and that's part of how this works. It absorbs liquids. It absorbs your breath, your particles from your mouth. But it can be sanitized using ethyl alcohol on the outside and reused. If you have the choice, use the NIOSH approved. This is not NIOSH approved. So if it doesn't say it's NIOSH approved, it's not American. And like I said, there were issues with the quality on these types of masks. Again, this is not, either one of these masks are not very effective if there's a beard or facial hair, because that breaks the seal and allows air to go in and can be inhaled, causing exposure to the Sars CoV-19 virus. So one other issue using these types of masks is that it's not for everybody. Some people may have issues with their hearts, lungs, the respiration, and their circulatory system. because it's more difficult to breathe this. So they're not recommended that you use these for long periods of time. So when you get home, take them off. When you're walking outside in the open, you don't need to wear these. It actually can be more hazardous to you than not, because it's harder to breathe and puts a greater stress on your heart and your circulatory system and your lungs. Actually, these typically in industry, they're required to be fit tested by a certified fit tester, an authorized fit tester, and typically a doctor would have to give you medical clearance to wear these if you're in industry. It's an OSHA requirement. So these, you be careful wearing these because of the issues that way. But otherwise, in lieu of anything else, you can use this type. Okay, thank you. That ends the series on the respirator masks. Stay tuned for my next series.